Is this Australia's greatest beach? In this video, we head to Esperance in Western Australia to see if Lucky Bay really lives up to its title of #1 beach in the world. Spoiler alert, I found a better beach, but you'll have to keep watching to find out which one. If you're new around here, hi, I'm Dane, a 29-year-old from the UK. I'm here to show you the best of Australia after I moved here last year on a working holiday visa. Make sure you hit subscribe to see more adventures, including the good, the bad, and the damn right ugly. Enjoy. Welcome to my life. Well, we have finally made it to Esperance. It is the last stop on this beautiful road trip. We've been on the road now for 10 days and we thought we'd leave the best till last, which is what most people do on a southwest Western Australia road trip. The last few days have been a bit bleak. It's been moody, it's been rainy, it's been wet, and we've driven all the way to Esperance, which is about 12.5 hours from Perth. And I'm so happy to say the sun has finally come out for the last few days for me and Aline. In this video, I'm going to be spending the next few days exploring Esperance and giving you guys all the best insights to the best beaches to go to. This first beach that we have come to is called Blue Haven Beach. One thing I didn't know before I came to Esperance is that there is actually a Great Ocean Road tourist drive, which is what we're doing today. And then tomorrow we're going to go to the national park, which is about 35-45 minutes out of Esperance, where there is the famous beach with kangaroos called Lucky Bay. I think it's time for me to go for a dip because we've just been sat inside the van for like 2 days. Oh, the water's cold. All right, so there's a few clouds, but do you know what? I'm gonna take it because it's been raining the last few days, so time to get in. I can say with confidence, this is already one of my favorite beaches. This is Blue Haven. I just went for a dip and the water feels so clean, so refreshing. The sun's out today, and when the sun's out in Australia, it is a bit hot, but I do enjoy that. Like, it's only about 19 degrees. We're on this trip in the end of March, so it's just coming into autumn. We say goodbye to summer, but again, Australia, so it's bloody beautiful. Beach #1 done, on to the next beach. I think this beach is the beach that we're going to relax at. I've got my book, currently reading Prince Harry, Spare. What are you reading? Comment below. Got my sand-free beach towel, and the sun is still out, so let's go relax for a bit. So it is just outside the summer season right now, and I think because it is currently a Monday morning, the beaches aren't that busy, but from traveling Western Australia the last couple of weeks, I have noticed that it is not as busy as the East Coast, which is good for us because that means more beach space. Twilight Beach is ideal for swimming. The water was so calm and crystal blue. We also saw a number of people jumping off this rock here. If you're a strong swimmer, give it a go, but it's a lot further out than it looks. Right, so I know I just said that last beach was one of my favorite beaches, but come on, Twilight Beach is so blue and so beautiful. I can see why they call it Twilight, it's kind of twinkling. So we have spent the last few hours, oh it's a bit sunny, relaxing on this beautiful beach called Twilight Beach here in Esperance. As you can see, the water is like literally glistening, like someone shining a torch from underneath, and the sun has come out and it's just shone on it. It's so nice. The beaches down here aren't too busy as well, which is great if you want a lot of space. The only thing is there's these pesky little flies that keep biting me and Aline. just wow. This place really is breathtaking. I think some of the bluest waters that I've ever seen in Australia. Mind the cobweb. Can you see that? Ew! So we have just come to Observatory Point, which is another stop on this tourist drive here in Esperance, and I just can't get over my eyes. It's just so beautiful, like the green hills, the blue waters. It's impressive, guys. Esperance, I can see why they love it. We finished the day off by heading to more beaches on the tourist drive, such as 10 and 11 Mile Lagoon, before heading to Cape Le Grand National Park the following day. Good morning, guys, from one of the final adventure days. We have saved the best to last. We are currently in Cape Le Grand National Park here just outside Esperance, and we are at the infamous, iconic, famous, I don't even know. We're at Lucky Bay, and if you cannot see behind me, the waters here are so crystal blue. As we were driving towards the car park of Lucky Bay, you could just see the blue waters just glistening in the background. So we're going to start today off with a quick hike. It's the shortest hike you can do, which is from Lucky Bay to Thistle Cove. Let's go. So apparently I can't do anything right on this channel. We can't even find the entrance to this hike. We've just been wandering around this lovely car park for the last 5 minutes. That to me looks like a hiking sign, so that's what we're gonna follow. This is Lucky Bay, one of the famous coastlines in the southwest part of Australia. A few fun facts about this beach: you can actually go on the beach. If you've got a four-wheel drive, you can drive down the beach. I can see a few cars there now. We are in a rental. We're in a camper van rental, which is only a two-wheel drive, so unfortunately we can't do that. And if you did want to camp, there is a campsite directly in Lucky Bay, but apparently it gets booked up months in advance. I did have a quick look a few days ago, just on the odds there was a free campsite going, and there was nothing. We have just hiked to Thistle Cove. It was actually a really nice hike. The landscape is really different here. It's kind of giving me desert vibes, like the rocks that we were climbing over. It's very easy. I'd say like it's a grade 3 hike. So we've just made it to Thistle Cove beach. How is there no one swimming in this water? Because it is literally crystal blue. Like I'm kind of tempted to go for a dip, but I'm gonna save myself for after lunchtime. We have just had lunch. That hike was really nice. It was about an hour there, 30 minutes back. It was a bit sweaty towards the end because, you know, it was the middle of the day we decided to do that hike, so it's about 2 o'clock now. Unfortunately, we haven't left ourselves with much time here. I would say if you're coming to Cape Le Grand, leave yourself the whole day because there's loads of cool beaches, there's loads of trails to see. But now we are gonna head on to Lucky Bay Beach and try and spot some roos. I think it's finally time to test out this beautiful blue water. Let's go. This is Lucky Bay, voted the #1 beach in the world by many media outlets. With its white sand and turquoise waters, I can see why people love it. You may also spot a kangaroo, as they are very friendly here and are known to bounce around the beach. We unfortunately didn't see any roos, but we did have a nice dip before we left. I personally felt that Twilight Beach was my favourite out of all of them. Comment below, which one would you love to visit? We have a situation. We left water on the stove and we started driving. Let's have a look. It's gone everywhere. Wow.
It's not so bad.
Silly. So we left it here and then drove and it's gone everywhere. Disgusting.
Oh,
it looks like vomit. That's... Oh. So unfortunately we didn't see any kangaroos, but I think if you came here first thing in the morning or in the evening, you're more likely to see some kangaroos, but it is definitely one of the more beautiful beaches that we've seen. The sand is so white and the water is so blue. We finished the day off at another gorgeous beach, Hellfire Bay, before making the long journey to our next destination. This is when we had a complete change of plans and went from beautiful beaches to pooey bush camp. Van life, you know how to humble me. Life looks a bit different this morning from the beautiful beaches yesterday. So we've had a bit of a change of plans and we're currently staying in what do we call it? Toilet paper land, the place that we stayed a few nights ago. And it is freezing. It's so cold and I went to sleep and my hair was wet. And I feel like I've got like hypothermia or something. I'll explain the change of plans later, but I just thought I'd show you. Life has gone from nice blue beaches to cold at the side of a campsite full of toilet roll. Good morning. This is perhaps the coldest morning that we've had on this whole trip. And yeah, we arrived here at like 8 o'clock and it was so dark and we're the only ones here. All these crazy thoughts were going through my mind last night because we heard a noise. And I was like, is someone trying to get in the fan? I even slept with the keys under the pillow in case I had to quickly make an emergency jump into the front seat, but luckily we didn't have to do that. Welcome to my life. So this is the creepy place that we call Toilet Paper Land, and I'll show you why we call it Toilet Paper Land. But if you're a camper out there, clean up after yourself because this is just gross. I can't actually believe I'm going to show you this. This is really disgusting. But this is why we're calling it Toilet Paper Land. Oh yeah, and about once every half an hour, one of those big road trains goes past and it's so loud. You can hear them miles away and it gets louder and louder and then it goes straight past the van. So I woke up every half an hour to that, which was fun, but that is just part of travel. So yeah, you know, just showing everything on my channel. You know, we've got the beautiful blue beaches of Western Australia yesterday, and then we have a free campsite with pooey loo roll on the floor this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me explain what's going on. So you might be wondering, Dane, what happened to Stan? Where's the van gone? Let me explain a bit more about what happened. And then I'll quickly show you this lovely cabin before I say goodbye and head back to Perth. We always knew we wanted to end the van trip with a nice relaxing stay. So we are staying here with HeyScape. I'll link them down below. They're not sponsoring this video, but they did let me stay here for the content. So thank you to HeyScape for letting me stay in this beautiful cabin. The original cabin we were meant to stay in was in a place called Narrogin. So the route that we were going to take was we were going to go from Cape Le Grand all the way up to Wave Rock, stop off at Narrogin for a couple of nights to stay with HeyScape and then head back to Perth. Unfortunately, they had a problem with their cabin in Narrogin, which meant the only other option was Bustleton. And when they said Bustleton, we were like, that was actually one of our favourite places that we went to on this Southwest Australia road trip. When you travel, you have to be flexible. That is one thing I've definitely learned. So when we started to discuss Bustleton, we looked at the logistics of things. Overall, it added about an hour on to the total journey. To get from Cape Le Grand back to Perth is about a 9-hour journey. But then we came to this beautiful HeyScape cabin and it has been so mighty fine for the end of the journey. Everything worked out perfectly. We love Bustleton. It's 2 hours from Perth and we're in this beautiful cabin. So let me show you around. So I'm going to start off with the best part of this cabin, which is this beautiful, beautiful bed. So we are staying in the Luxe cabin with HeyScape. So there's lots of beautiful touches, such as this nice soft blanket we have. My favorite part about this whole place is the bed. And the reason is you have this ginormous window that you can overlook onto a field of kangaroos and stars. Like, could it get any better? One of my favorite parts of this whole cabin is this beautiful bath overlooking the field of kangaroos. And in this room, we have a compostable toilet. See you later. Then we go over to the kitchen and we have some really special features here. So we have a 2-stove burner, and we have this amazing electric kettle that I've never seen before. So you just pop it down, press the button, turn it on. You can even decide what temperature that you want the hot water. We have a full setup here with a coffee machine and a milk frother. I really like this place. I don't want to leave. Now from out here, the cabin looks really impressive and you're so isolated. The cool thing that we did was we left the blinds open when we went to sleep. So we woke up in the middle of the night and there was just stars everywhere because you're in the middle of nowhere, there's no light pollution. And then you wake up and you just see kangaroos bobbing about in front of the window. It was so amazing. So I'm gonna leave this video here, guys. Thank you so much for watching this Southwest road trip in the west of Australia. It's been truly amazing. We've seen some really amazing things. Please consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this. I'll also have a few more videos such as a travel guide and how much I actually spent on this 2-week road trip in Stanny Boy. So until next time, take care and peace out. Who's slamming doors in this house? I could also be very wrong and it could be really shit beach. Oh, that kind of really hurts. Can you guess where we are? I'm not even gonna, I don't know.